the building. We've had some actors in the building, but this time we're actually switching lanes. We're going into fashion. We're going into entrepreneurship. We're going into modeling. So I have across from me the lovely Miss Maya Echols.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good. How about you?
I'm chilling. I'm chilling. I'm chilling. First things foremost, I gotta ask you since you are from Houston. I ask every Houston person that comes on the show this: which one do they prefer, Timmy Chan's or Frenchie's? So we can continue this real quick.
Timmy Chance.
Ah
Definitely.
shit. Ah.
No?
Ah. All right. Yeah. First person to get this one wrong, ladies and gentlemen.
Really?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah, bro. Me and I think it was a Vanilla Trio had a like a 5 minute debate about why Frenchie's is better than Timmy Chan's.
No.
So it's like, all right, so okay, cool. Timmy Chan's is like Waffle House, and like Frenchie's is like IHOP, put a little bit of edge to it.
No.
You don't?
I don't agree with that. Timmy Chan's just really tastes home cooked to me.
So what does Frenchie's taste like?
It tastes a little more fast foodish. Do you feel me?
I'm hurt, but I whatever. I
Like,
respect.
Frenchie's doesn't make me go like,
Like what? Okay. I, okay. You know what? Cool, ladies and gentlemen. We're just gonna move on with this.
Okay.
So we got Frenchie's 2, Timmy Chan's 1, whatever. Nah, but off the little quick Houston food question, how you doing today?
I'm great. I'm living. I'm alive. That's all that matters.
Nah, that's what's up. That's what's
Yeah.
up. That's good. And I'm glad that you doing what you're doing. I know you back here for a short time. You know you about to head out, and make a big move to a different city.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I think you said New York, right?
Yes, New York.
You know, we're going to New York. And ladies and gentlemen, Maya has a plethora of things going on. Like I said, modeling is one, a business owner, a boutique owner for sure. And I actually really fucked with her business model, to be honest with you, for her business. But I don't want to be the one to explain it, Maya. If you want to, like, tell the people about 4, 5, 6, you know.
Yeah, like the backstory or just like what it is?
Oh, no, I want the backstory. We want it all up
Okay,
here.
okay. So when I was younger, I would say like 11,
Mhm.
I had an idea to start a clothing store for tall girls because at the time it was really, well, still now, it's really hard to find stuff that's long enough for tall girls. And then if you do get it in a big size, then it's like huge, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So, and it's still not long enough. So I had that idea, but of course, like at 11 or 12, you're not really thinking that you can start a business, especially because at that time, social media wasn't really a thing.
True.
And it didn't seem as attainable, you know what I'm saying? So I went to school and I decided to be an orthodontist. So I was in pre-med biology at Sam Houston. And
She's
then
smart.
I had an epiphany one day and I was like, I don't really want to go to school for 100 years. Like, that's not really something I want to do. I really don't like school that much. And so, because what I was going to do is I was going to go to school, become an orthodontist, and then start my own practice because I've always wanted my own business. And then I was going to have the clothing store on the side. But then I was like, what's the point of doing that when I can just do the clothing store? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I would say like a little into COVID, like after quarantine, when we were out of quarantine, I was like, I'm going to start it. So I did. And it's been great.
Yeah, no, I think the model on it is really cool, especially when you're talking about like um having like not I don't want to say bigger sizes, but like technically in a sense for people who are tall and they might not get the may not can fit into certain things. They might can fit into it like width wise, but maybe not length wise. You know what I'm saying? I think that was a cool business model because I'm like, okay, that's like a you're not excluding nobody because you're gonna have size for everyone, but for especially the girls, you know, who are taller, you know, maybe 5'9", 5'10", 5'11", 6 foot, 6'1", and so forth on, they have to have clothes that can actually fit them without being oh so like they have to hem the clothes up and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Nah,
Yeah, it's been great.
nah, that's what's up. That's what's up. I actually like that, and I like that because you're not excluding nobody. So I fuck with that.
Yeah.
So with having that idea at a young age, like what made you like? Did it just stay in your head always one day do it, or did it ever fade and have to come back? You know what I'm saying?
It did fade. I would say like, because when I was like 11 or 12, I remember I told one of my family members, and she was like, oh, my friend wants to do that because her friend was tall. And I was like, oh, okay, that's nice. And I honestly thought by the time I was old enough to do it, someone else would have done it by now, but they haven't. So then, like, I think it came back into my head. You know, when you're in quarantine, you're just thinking so much. All you have time to do is think. And I started, like, making a business plan, what I wanted to do. And I was like, I can do this, you know? Because, you know, sometimes you don't think you can do certain things until you actually try.
Yeah, I think the one thing about like entrepreneurship, the first step is like everyone has ideas, right? But what separates the people who think it and do it is just like just actually trying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't easy because it's hard. You can't really just like go buy stuff from like the LA district wholesale and like resell it, you know. Everything has to get like made custom cuz even like in like the LA district or different like wholesale resale places, they don't sell stuff long enough. Like they literally don't get in clothing that's long. So I'm like starting from scratch. So it's a journey, but I'm learning.
Nah, for sure, for sure. So what's been has that been the most difficult part about like the clothing business, like the clothing business that you started, is just like getting the clothes and doing everything from scratch?
Yes, finding the manufacturers to do it. Yes, because you want the best material. I don't really want to put out anything that's I'm not going to be proud of. So I've spent a lot of time, like the past 6 months, just like getting in samples and getting in new materials and trying to see what works best before I put more stuff out there. Because I want to be proud of what I do, like a perfectionist. So.
Nah, for sure, for sure. What do you think is the I don't want you know what, I don't want to ask that yet. What I do want to ask you is when you first were going to do the business, did you get 100% support from your like your peoples and everything like that? And I'm not just talking about family. I'm talking about like friends and everything like that. Or did it come with a little bit of pushback?
It. I feel like I got support all the way, 100%. I don't think there was. I don't think I really got any like negative feedback. I mean, I've gotten like comments like from my elders, like, "Oh, what if it doesn't work out? You know, like what's your plan B?" But I'm like, I don't really think about plan Bs because I know my plan A is gonna work. Like when you have I just don't believe in doing that because then I feel like you're focusing on something else. When I feel like if you really try, you can get what you want.
Nah, so I think that's a little bit of a, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think
Go
that's a
ahead.
little bit of like a generational gap.
No, it is.
So you got to think about it like our parents' generation, they were like the generation of like, of, okay, we got to work to survive and we have to do this. You know, it's not always about thriving, it was more of surviving. And you know, you got to think about our grandparents before that, it was like, oh, we just trying to survive. Not like a very few small amount of them were able to just like thrive, do what they want, and just, you know, because they had different circumstances they had to deal with. But our generation is the first ones like, hey, you know, we kind of have we have the advantage. We see the work that y'all have done. We appreciate it, but we can actually try something now.
Yeah, exactly.
We can actually take a leap of faith and really try this and see if this works. And if it doesn't, we probably got way further trying it than without trying it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. No, I agree. I don't really do things with fear because I feel like if something's put in your heart, then it's meant to be because it doesn't just appear for no reason. And I've had this idea since I was little, so I'm just like, it's like my little baby. I'm really confident about it. I feel like it'll be good.
Yeah, no, I definitely think it is. It's a great business model. So like, I think the thing is, so since it's a great business model, there's no way I feel like there's no way it doesn't work. Now the magnitude that it grows to, that's solely depends on what God has for you and stuff like that. But you're doing the first step. You're out there. You're actually doing it. So we do appreciate you doing that. Now I do want to switch lanes and go into you with modeling.
Okay.
Because I know that had to be a little bit of a. I don't want to say it's a leap of faith. I don't know. You gotta let us know, like, first and foremost, how long have you been modeling? And then I know you got signed to an agency a while back. Like, what was that feeling like? So answer one, then go into two.
Okay, long story. So I started modeling. Okay. I had the first interest in modeling when I was like 12. Everything was like at 12. I don't know why. But I was like, Mom, I want to model. So we went to like tons of agencies. A lot of agencies in Houston are scams. Sorry if you thought differently, but like we got scammed a few times. It was like, yeah, it was rough. I did my first like photo shoot when I was like 12 or something like that, and I loved it. and then it kind of fell off. And then when I got to high school, around like 15, I started doing fashion shows. There was this fashion show company. I really forgot the name. That's so bad. But it was a fashion show company, and they would like throw like really big shows, like with like circus people and all this stuff, and it was really cool. And so
sounds fancy.
yeah,
Sounds fancy.
yeah. So it was really cool. I got paid from it a little bit, you know, a little pocket money. 14-year-old don't need that much, and I just really enjoyed doing it. And I did that like full time. Between that and also I was signed with another agency in Houston for about like 2 years. So I was doing little stuff like fashion shows freelance, and then I was doing like shoots for Academy and like little stuff like that. And when I was graduating high school, I was like, well, I kind of want to take this more seriously, you know? So I was trying to find a bigger agency, and I went to like Paige Parks and Neil Hamill, and they were telling me that I was too big. Like I wasn't skinny enough. So like the standard size for modeling is like really small, and my hips are bigger. I mean, I'm black, so that could have something to do with it. Yeah, you can't really like lose weight to lose your hips. Like I feel like you're born with them, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And at the time I was like 25 pounds lighter than I am now. So I'm glad that I had like the assurance in myself to be like, I'm not losing weight, because they're like, if you lose weight, then you can model. You know what I'm saying?
But you would have been like looking sick and like.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they're like, you're tall, so like you need to do like runway, but you need to be skinnier. And I was like, not doing that. Sorry. So I was like, that's the end of modeling, I guess. And then I went to college at Sam Houston, and I kind of forgot about it. I missed it sometimes, but I was like, I'm not gonna sacrifice my mental health to model. It's just not that serious.
I've seen people go down that path. They try to make themselves throw up or go like after every meal and do all this extra stuff to get into that, and it's like it never works out properly. So kudos to you on that.
Yeah, and I mean, I thought about it because like I remember I was like 16, 17. I printed out a whole diet plan of what I was gonna do to like lose weight, and I was like, this is not really healthy. Like I'm like in shape. I was very skinny. Like there's no more fat to be lost off my body. You know what I'm saying? So I went to college, did that, and then I started TikTok, and I got scouted off of TikTok last year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I got scouted. He actually DM'd me like 2 times, never saw it. Then he emailed me, never saw it. And then he emailed me again it was like around New Year's of 2021. And he was like, do you model? Like, how tall are you? Are you signed already? And I was like, no, I used to, but I don't anymore. And I was like, well, he was like, do you want to like model in New York? Like, I can get you like interviews with agencies. And I was like, yeah, but I'm not going to lose weight. I told him that straight up. I was like, I'm not losing weight. And he was like, it's okay. Like, you can be a middle-sized model. And I was like, middle-sized model? I didn't know that was a thing. So it's a new term, and it's like for girls that aren't plus size and they aren't standard.
Right.
So it's like in the middle.
See, and you know, it's crazy. That's crazy to me as a guy that like knows little to nothing about the modeling world at all. That they really, I knew about the skinny part. I knew about like they try to keep everybody really petite most of the time. But nowadays it seems like everything's more inclusive. At some places, am I right or am I wrong?
No, you're right. You're right.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a little bit of a challenge being a middle-sized model. There's not a lot of us. My first fashion week, when I went out there for fashion week for my first time last September, I was like one of the only middle-sized models I saw at like all the castings. This is multiple castings, hundreds of girls. I want to say I saw like maybe one other one. It's really new. I feel like the term just came about like a year and a half ago, maybe pushing 2 years ago. So I definitely have to prove myself to the industry a little bit, which I'm willing to do. It's fine. But yeah, it's definitely a journey. The New York modeling, what do you call that? The New York modeling industry is so different than Houston. It's like, it really feels like you're at the Olympics. Like the most biggest shows you could think of, Louis Vuitton, Gucci, just anything like that, Bella Hadid, all of them, that's the people I'm casting with, like they don't have to cast, obviously, but when you walk down Soho and see like the big posters and the billboards and all that, that's like the little circle that I'm in, and I didn't realize that until I got there, how crazy it is. But yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, that's actually a little wild to hear.
Yeah.
And so I'm kind of glad you said journey, because the question I ask everybody on this show is, which I gotta ask you, of course,
Okay.
is you've been on this. I'll say this. You've had your modeling journey since 12. Had your clothing brand journey since 12. Even just having the ideas with them, you know what I'm saying, and however they've been like molding over the years. And now you're at a point to where you have the brand. You're on the runway. You're doing your thing. You know what I'm saying. You're moving to a new city, and so your journey has been it's not done by far, but it's been a good one. So which one do you think is more important to you? Is it the journey that you've been on, or is it the destination you're trying to go to?
That's a good question. Definitely the journey. I feel like if you're someone who's ambitious or someone that has goals, which is a lot of people have goals, you never really reach a destination. I feel like you always have like small goals that you reach, like, oh, I did this, right? So like, say my goal is to like get my business to 6 figures, right? You're gonna have another goal after that. You know what I'm saying? So if you're constantly worried about your destination, you're not really enjoying life. And I feel like life is about your journey, and your journey is what makes you you.
True.
And without your journey, there isn't really life. So I don't feel like there's a destination, honestly. Yeah.
No, I feel that. That's why on that hoodie that we gave right there in that seat over there, I'm just saying, it has the journey. It's actually like, he said the journey is greater than the destination. It's greater than the sign going there. That's just my honest opinion on it. You know what I'm saying? We've had so many people come up here with different answers, stuff like that. There's not a right or wrong answer to it, but I believe it's kind of like what you believe. It's like, yo, you really shouldn't have a destination. The day you reach a destination, you probably should have your eyes closed permanently.
Exactly.
So, like, you got to keep going. You got to keep moving. And I do appreciate what you have going on, is that it's only the beginning, I feel like, of your start. You know what I'm saying? You're young. You're 21. You're doing your thing. You're about to move to a new city. You're about to engage in new heights. But also with new heights, it's going to be new problems.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? So we're going to pray that that stuff goes out smooth and everything like that. Especially moving in not a dangerous industry, but it's a hard industry. Entertainment's hard, modeling's hard. All this stuff is not an easy industry to like move through. It's not
mentally draining.
Yeah, it ain't for the weak-minded. You gotta have thick skin in it, and so wish you the best on that. But I do need you to do though. I need you to look in that camera and tell people your social media right there.
Okay, my Instagram is Maya Echols, MayaEchols. My TikTok is Maya Echols, and my YouTube is Maya Echols. Everything's Maya Echols.
And guys, I'm gonna look up here. Y'all already know what's going on, man. So Maya already said her shit. Y'all gonna have to listen to me. At King_J Shep, IG and Twitter. I ain't really been on Twitter that much, but you can go ahead and follow that if you want. But on IG, I need y'all to run that number up. We need the number to go up, 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 and never down. We need y'all to go ahead and follow us on social media at _talented_ones_ on IG, at talented_ones on Twitter. And go to the official website, man, www.talentedone, with the one, like literally a one, NES.com, and get you some merchandise, man. Get you a hoodie. We got new articles up there. We got written articles out. We got great writers. We got to where you can find dope interviews like this right here. You know what I'm saying? We about to start putting exclusive content that you can't find on YouTube right on the website, bro. Why wouldn't y'all want to tap into that? I feel like that's crazy. It's a one-stop shop. Y'all bugging if y'all not tapping into that. And I'm sounding like I'm from New York, because I would never say bugging in my life. But y'all get the picture, man. So from Maya, from J Shep, first of all, we want to say appreciate to everybody subscribing and showing love. The first quarter of the year is done. I hope everybody's doing well. Do mental health checks. Check on your loved ones. And we out, man. Appreciate you.
One more thing. Follow 456 on Instagram, 456 official. 45, the number 45, and then 6 is spelled out, official. And the website is www.456.co.
Bop!
You're a talented one.